no Anthony Richardson, no run game, no chance. We're going to talk about all that and more on this, the No Horsing Around podcast. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the No Horsing Around podcast. As always, I am one of two dudes talking Colts. One of your hosts, Stephen Burton. Instant reaction, as always. Colts drop another one in Duval, 37-20 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I mean, there's different things to pick at and to look at, right? So let's start, obviously, the absence of Anthony Richardson. I think you look at it was extremely felt. I mean, Gardner Minshew was sacked 3 times for 19 yards, but I mean, 3 interceptions. The heat was there all day. I think you missed the playmaking ability. The run game was not there, which is kind of surprising, right? I don't quite understand the game plan, why you would have Gardner Minshew throw the ball 55 times. And you ran the ball 17 with Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. You know what they can do. Jonathan Taylor's getting a better feel. He's getting back. He had some good plays in the passing game. Zach Moss had some good plays in the rushing game. I mean, but you only hand the ball off that many times, 15 times actually, as Minshew ran twice, right? So I don't understand that logic of going down there and you're going to basically game plan to put the ball in the hands of Gardner Minshew, who's played very well. You guys have heard me say it. I fully believe it, that he is the best backup in the NFL. But what does that mean, right? When you're not just coming in relief and pitch relief, what does that mean over this season? Obviously, the news broke like right before the game, and it kind of gave everybody I think everybody threw into a funk a little bit with the news that it looks like that they're strongly considering season-ending shoulder surgery for Anthony Richardson. So what does that look like now going forward, right? Like, how does it look if he's not there? And this is your first glimpse of truly, outside the Ravens game, someone game planning for your offense with Gardner Minshew. I mean, it's frustrating watching it. You know, I'm sitting there and obviously I'm texting back and forth with Zach, and I'm like, you know, who are we gonna highlight? Like, who can you highlight in the game? Who's going on the thumbnail? And we always try to pick somebody, and it's like, man, I don't know. The defense didn't look great. I mean, you're looking at just Trevor Lawrence, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Travis Etienne, 55 yards. But it was just costly and timely miscues and turnovers, right? Minshew had a big pass to Alec Pierce, and then right after that, a interception. Then you go down, you're getting into the red zone, and another interception. Then you're doing it again later in the third time later in the game, and another interception. And right off the bat in the beginning, they immediately led to points, right? And I say what I say, and I stand by what I say in regards to I still don't know how good the Jaguars are. I still don't know how good Trevor Lawrence is. I mean, you heard the stat line. 20 of 30, 181, 2 touchdowns and a pick, got sacked 3 times. I still don't think he's great. I'm going to stand by that, but I'm also going to give credit because they have a lot of weapons, and they have a legitimate head coach now who knows how to game plan in the NFL. But I don't know. I don't know if there's bad juju. Not Juju Brents. Juju Brents, first interception of his career. Great play. Let's give another shout out to the guy on the thumbnail. First touchdown of his career, Joshua Downs. Y'all know how much I love him. So I was glad to see him really get involved and get that touchdown. But I don't know if it's bad juju. I don't know how you get over this till you just get over this. And I don't know if I could say the game would have been any different with Anthony Richardson. I don't know. You know, I mean, I can say one thing. My quarterback looks cooler than yours on the sideline with the sunglasses and even with the sling. Like, he was really into the game to the point that he took the sling off at one point, and I think the doctor probably came over there and was like, put it back on, because it was back on at the end of the game. But it's a tough loss. It's the biggest loss, really, of the season for the Colts. I I mean, you're what? You're 2-2 now. Two losses to the Jaguars, a win against the Texans, and a win against the Titans. So you're 2-2 in the division, but you're 0-2 against the Jags. And you got ground to make up. We'll see what happens. But it was bittersweet from the news before the game to then during the game to how they looked to the game plan in general. I want to hear from you guys. What were you surprised by? Like for me, like I said, I'm surprised you got Gardner Minshew starting. And I know you trust him, but you throw the ball 55 times and you run the ball 15 with Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss in the backfield. It's just confusing to me. What do y'all think? Do we bounce back next week? Big game, Browns. What happens in that? Is Deshaun Watson playing? We'll talk about that later this week. But as far as I'm concerned, chalk it in the bucket. It is what it is. Move forward and try to go get a win next week. As always, you guys, if you haven't, please, please, please join this family. Hit the subscribe button, ding the bell, make sure that you join the family. You don't want to miss out on these instant reactions or any of the other videos that we do. And as always, you guys, I love you. I know Zach loves you. I'm out.